Hey, my name's Chad, and my son's name is Chip, and he's been coming to Pryor Baseball for about 3.5 years now. When we first came here, he was very raw, didn't have a lot of the skills that he needed necessary, but they were always honest with him about what he needed to do and what he needed to get done. And the goal was for him to play at the high school level. And at first I was skeptical about that. I just thought we were here to learn and get better and just become more disciplined. But as we kept progressing, Coach kind of pushed for him to develop multiple skills, including infield, specifically first base, and then pitching as well. Pitching being probably the place that I was kind of shaking my head. But after these 3 years and the development that he's had and the people that he's been able to work with, he's far exceeded any preconceived idea that I had about his ability. And they've always, like I said, they've always been honest with him about where he's at in his development. Played some rec ball, got some chances, got some negative vibes from the rec, and but he kept persevering, kept pushing, kept showing up here, kept getting better. And then now he's excelled to the point where he's able to play first base for his high school team and pitch. And so we're super excited, and we're continuing on. I mean, as far as this journey takes us, we're excited to be here and be a part of this program because, like I said, they've always told him the truth. They've always been supportive, and I don't know where he'd be if we hadn't come here regarding his baseball life. Yeah, definitely. Mental toughness was probably the one strength that Chip was lacking when he came here. He had played football, but he had developed physically in that sport, but the mental was not there. A very emotional kid. And when we brought him here, I can remember the first day we showed up. I just remember sitting down talking to Coach Pryor, and he was just about the business. He was very honest with us and about where we needed to be. And I could relate to that because I needed somebody to coach my son that reflected my values and what I wanted my kid to be like when he got to be an adult. And so to challenge him to be not only a good baseball player, but to be a good person and to overcome some of the things that were going on, especially in rec ball. He faced some kids that were just brutal to him. And there were times where we had those tough conversations at the car going home. And it would seem like we would come back to the farm and he would get refocused and rededicated and apply himself again and again and again. Just the great coaches that he came here and the support of Coach Pryor and everybody else. So to see him develop, especially with pitching, pitching is such a mental, you have to be mentally tough to be a successful pitcher, to be able to withstand some of the things that go on in that position. And to see him develop from somebody who, would have to be corrected because his attitude would go bad and his shoulders would slump, and just to see the coaches, including Coach Pryor, just get into him and be honest with him about, look, your attitude is going to be what sets you apart. You're not going to walk on the field and stand out. You're going to have to show the coaches that you can play. And that toughness just has been with him. And now to be able to take those lessons and grow and go on the mound and pitch, at the JV level, and even got some varsity takes this last fall. Him to be able to stand there and stand against even the dugout yelling at him and calling him stuff, and just to be able to stand there and be firm and finish an inning and be strong and just walk up the field with his head up, it's something I didn't see happening 3.5 years ago.